Hey, everybody. Hello, it's Renee. Glad to see you today. How are you doing? Today, we're going to be talking about strategy. And as we talk about strategy today, we want to talk about how to make sure that we get things done. Because for many of us, not getting things done is kind of a problem. We are much more likely to get stuck in this realm of perfection. And instead of being able to get it done, we just get nothing accomplished because we are too busy trying to do it right, trying to do it perfect. And so today we're going to talk about how do we avoid that? How do we avoid getting stuck instead of being able to make progress? What do you need to do about that? And we're going to talk about how ongoing perfection can lead to burnout in people and what's the difference. So there has been a recent, what they call meta-analysis, or a study of all studies, looking at the idea of perfection and burnout. And the Stress Resilience Institute just talked about this in a recent article that the Personality and Social Psychology Group review put together. And they're talking about how do we know when perfectionism starts leading us down a path of burnout versus actually being useful for us. And they've sort of divided perfectionism into two things. One is the type of perfection that always challenges you to do your best the next day. And there's a lot out there showing that by you striving to be excellent, to be your best, that you can do great things in life. And it's that occasional striving for excellence is what you need to do the job. So you want people to be excellent and be perfect when they're landing a plane. You want people to be perfect and excellent when they're your doctor making a decision about your health. You want people to be perfect and excellent when they're doing all of those types of jobs that require expertise. We really want perfection in those. You want your kitchen floors to be laid with precision. You want your driveway concrete to be laid with precision. Excellence is not a bad thing. Even trying to be perfect in those skill sets is not a bad thing. But where it crosses the line to cause problems for people and to cause problems for you and me in burnout is when perfection starts going deeper than that, when we're concerned more about what other people think, about what other people might say, or what other people might think if we fail, what people are saying about us, all those kinds of things. When we start getting into the fear side of perfection that prevents us from doing the thing we need to do, we've got a problem and we're on our way to burnout. So let's talk about that. Are you a person that just works so hard to make everything just right before you let it go? Are there opportunities in your life that if you've missed because you just didn't jump when the opportunity arose because you were trying to get it all your ducks in a row before you jumped? I'm here to tell you that life is never going to be like that. We're never going to have all our ducks in a row. Life is never going to be perfect for us to be able to say, okay, now it's perfect. So now I'm going to jump. Sometimes you miss opportunities like that. If you've waited too long in order to figure out if you're going to have all that you need to make it happen, it's too late. If you talk to some of the folks that are the largest and the biggest in business and industry, they talk about how they get to about 75, 80, 85% on an idea and launch, knowing that it's not completely done and that change is going to be needed in the future to get it to that high standard that they want. Because they also know that if they get the idea completely perfect without really even testing it on the market or getting it out the door, there's a good chance that it's not going to be purchased or built, that somebody doesn't even want what it is. Sometimes we make products to put out in the world that are perfect for us, and those don't sell because if there's not a lot of other people like us, they may not want what we think is perfect. Instead, what should happen is you should be thinking about your concept to launch into the world, the work that you want to do, the message that you want to have, and get it to a point that it's good. It could be really good, but that you're still willing to take feedback, to mold it and to shape it to the people that may want to purchase or buy or listen to what you have to offer. And the only way to do that is to get it out the door. There's a quote that I wrote at the beginning of this today, but I'm going to talk to you about it right now from George Patton, that says a good plan executed violently today is better than a perfect plan executed at some indefinite point in the future. Meaning, even if it's a mess today, launch it now. That is way better than some plan that you think will be perfect someday, sometime, somewhere that you never ever get to, and you never ever actually say go. That whole thing about being not good enough really holds people back from a lot of good things. It can hold you back from relationships, from meeting people. It can hold you back from a dream job. It can hold you back from opportunities in a job. We just, as a company, bid on a contract and we don't have all the answers yet. We put some great people in place that have a lot of know-how and how to. And then we figured out a long time ago that we know the right people to ask to get the answers. So sometimes we don't have to have the answers. We just have to have enough understanding to know we don't know. And we know somebody who does, that we can reach out to do the job. If we would have waited to bid on work until we had every single answer, the opportunity would be gone. Another company would have that work. It would be long past us and we would have no opportunity. So a lot of times in life, this whole idea of perfectionism really gets in people's way. So if you're a person that you're like, oh, I'm just a perfectionist. Well, which side are you? Are you a perfectionist in the idea of doing your best, competing against yourself every day to drive yourself to the best? That's one thing. And research is showing that does not necessarily lead to burnout, especially if you do it in certain circumstances around your job or something that requires you to do a high level of work to be successful. But then there's the other side. Are you a person that's really concerned that how you are, your perfectionism drives you to workaholism, just too much work, or to being afraid of failure, or being afraid of making mistakes, or being afraid of what other people think of you, heading toward burnout? Is that the side you're on with this perfectionism? And are you waiting for things to be perfect so that you just don't do it? And that's a choice. So sometimes we think, oh, I wasn't good enough, so I couldn't do blank. We've sort of chosen then in our minds to just not do it. And instead of telling ourselves that, we make an excuse of being perfect or enough. And that's why we didn't do it, when really we didn't want to do it to begin with. And so we made this excuse of, I wasn't good enough to just not do it. Are we honest with ourselves about that? So the next time you think about a project and trying to, the strategy of getting it out the door, done is better than perfect. Get it done. Get it good is great. Get it to a point where people can give you more feedback. But almost never in life does something leave out the door and it is in its finished version. Say you're writing a book, as an example, and you think it's perfect. Well, it's got to go to an editor. They won't think it's perfect and they'll want to make changes. If you use a publisher, they may want to make changes. They may want to add to the title, change the cover, change the order in which you have the information in there, or tell you to go back and add more information. That process is what makes it better. So we have to be humble enough to put our ideas out there, knowing that other people are going to mold and shape it into that good thing that we really want. So today, where are you? Are you on the perfection side that compares yourself to others, that keeps you from getting things done? Or are you on that side of being excellent to doing what you do to the best of your ability? One of those ways leads to burnout and the other leads to success. I'd love to hear in the comments below. Let me know if it's something that you struggle with perfection, and if you're headed on the path toward burnout or success. Only you know the difference. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you really soon.